Welcome to Earnings Central. In this video, we'll break down JPMorgan Chase's third quarter 2024 earnings call in under 5 minutes. We'll cover the key financials and major takeaways, so you can stay informed without spending hours listening to the full call. Let's get started. JPMorgan Chase reported strong financial performance for Q3 2024. The bank achieved net income of $12.9 billion and earnings per share of $4.37 on revenue of $43.3 billion. This resulted in an impressive return on tangible common equity of 19%. Looking at specific business segments, consumer and community banking saw mixed results. While deposit margins were compressed and balances decreased, credit card spending and revolving balances showed healthy growth. The bank maintained its number one position in retail deposit share for the fourth consecutive year. In the corporate and investment bank division, both investment banking and markets revenue posted notable year-over-year increases, demonstrating strength across the franchise. Asset and wealth management had a record-breaking quarter with all-time high revenues and long-term fund flows. Now let's discuss some key financial metrics. Net interest income excluding markets was up 1% year-over-year, driven by balance sheet mix and higher credit card balances. Non-interest revenue excluding markets increased by 17%, or 10% when adjusting for prior year investment securities losses. Expenses rose 4% year-over-year, primarily due to compensation costs and employee growth. Credit costs came in at $3.1 billion, reflecting net charge-offs of $2.1 billion and a net reserve build of $1 billion. The increase in charge-offs was predominantly driven by the credit card segment. On the balance sheet front, JPMorgan ended the quarter with a CET1 ratio of 15.3%, unchanged from the previous quarter. The bank repurchased $6 billion of common shares during Q3. Looking ahead, management provided updated guidance for the full year 2024. Net interest income excluding markets is now expected to be approximately $91.5 billion, while total net interest income is projected at $92.5 billion. The outlook for adjusted expenses has been revised to about $91.5 billion. During the Q&A session, several important topics were discussed. CEO Jamie Dimon addressed questions about capital deployment, emphasizing patience and a long-term perspective. He noted that the bank has at least $30 billion in excess capital, but is not rushing to deploy it given current market conditions and potential future opportunities. Regarding loan growth, management indicated that while there are some early signs of increased activity in certain areas like mortgage applications, overall loan demand remains subdued. They attribute this partly to the fact that rate cuts were already priced into the market. On the topic of private credit, Dimon outlined JPMorgan's strategy to compete in this space. The bank plans to offer both direct lending and syndicated lending options to clients, with the flexibility to partner with multiple capital providers. Dimon emphasized that JPMorgan's approach is focused on serving clients' best interests rather than tying itself to a single strategy or partner. The potential impact of Basel III revisions on capital requirements was also discussed. While the exact details are not yet known, management expects the bank's excess capital position to increase further once the new rules are finalized. In conclusion, JPMorgan Chase delivered strong results in Q3 2024, demonstrating the resilience and diversity of its business model. The bank remains well capitalized and positioned to navigate potential economic challenges while continuing to invest in growth opportunities. Management's cautious yet optimistic outlook reflects their commitment to long-term value creation for shareholders. That wraps up our recap of JPMorgan Chase's third quarter 2024 earnings call. If you found this recap helpful and want to stay on top of more earnings reports from other companies, don't forget to subscribe. We've got plenty more quick and easy breakdowns coming your way. So hit that subscribe button and never miss an update from Earnings Central.